We start this bulletin from the IEBC Disputes Resolution Committee in Nairobi. The tribunals are expected this afternoon to issue decisions in the cases against Nairobi UDA gubernatorial candidate Johnson Sakaja and Machakos Wiper Party gubernatorial candidate Ovinya Ndeti. Let's now cross over to that committee sitting where we understand that the case is being determined for Paul Karungo Wa Thangw'a, the UDA senatorial aspirant in Kiambu County. Listen.
At paragraphs 2 and 3 as follows. In its 113th sitting held on Tuesday, November 19, 2019, the County Assembly adopted the report of the Select Committee on the proposed removal from office of Honorable Karungo Wa Thangw'a, the County Executive Member for Youth Affairs, Sports, ICT and Communication, and approved a resolution requiring the said committee member to be dismissed pursuant to provisions of Section 46B of the County Governments Act. The purpose of this letter, therefore, is to deliver the above resolution of the County Assembly for your action in accordance with the provisions of Section 46B of the County Governments Act, read together with Standing Orders number 87, in brackets 18, of the County Assembly Standing Order. It is instructive that the term used under Section 46B of the County Governments Act is shall. The Governor shall dismiss the County Executive Member. In the case of Republic versus Council of Legal Education and another ex parte, Sabiha Kasamia and another 2018 EKLR, Judicial Review Application number 703 of 2017, paragraph 20 of the court, at paragraph 20, the court held, the word shall, when used in a statutory provision, imports a form of command or mandate. It is not permissive. It's mandatory as expressed. The word shall, in its ordinary meaning, is a word of command, which is normally given a compulsory meaning as it is intended to denote obligation. The Longman Dictionary of the English language states that shall is used to express a command or exhortation or what is legally mandatory. This means the governor would have no choice but to dismiss the complainant. The complainant's submission that he continue to draw a salary as a sitting member of the County Executive Committee, in our view, does not offer, avail, or have the effect of setting aside or reversing his removal from office by way of resolution of the County Assembly, especially noting the dismissal of petition number 208 of 2019, Paul Karungo Wa Thangw'a versus Speaker Kiambu County and two others, which had offered temporary relief against the complainant's removal from office. The court in petition 208 of 2019, at paragraph 35 thereof, also noted as follows in respect to the contempt proceedings taken out by the complainant against the Speaker and Clerk Kiambu County. At paragraph 35, the court stated that there was an application filed by the petitioner on 18th November 2019 asking the court to cite the second respondent for contempt for having facilitated debate and tabling of the Select Committee report. The application does not appear to have been argued, and there is no finding that the respondents acted in contempt of orders made on 7th November 2019. The record indicates that on 27th of August 2020, pending applications were marked as withdrawn, with no orders to cause. This would include the application by the petitioner asking the court to deliberate on the issue of contempt dated 18th November 2019. The court, therefore, makes a finding on contempt. The court cannot, therefore, make a finding on contempt, though the main petition, the relevant application which such finding could have been made, having been withdrawn. Therefore, this committee finds it difficult to understand why the complainant would depose that the County Assembly acted contemptuously in conveying the resolution from the County Assembly to the County Governor respecting the complainant's removal, noting the finding of the court in paragraph 6 above. In light of what is stated above, it is clear in the mind of the committee that indeed the complainant was removed from office and all orders that restrained the said removal have been vacated. The removal stands. Suffice it to state, and for clarity, the complainant was not impeached, but removed from office by resolution of the Kiambu County Assembly. The committee notes that at paragraph 17 of the complainant's affidavit in support of the complaint produced a notice of appeal dated 8th of February 2022 as an extra PKT 8 from the decision of the judgment of Honorable James Rika dated the 28th January 2022, which notice of appeal is lodged on the face of it at the Employment and Labor Relations Court in Milimani on 8th February 2022. The complainant further requested for certified copies of proceedings, judgment, and decree via the letter dated 3rd February 2022. However, as we have found above at paragraph 29, the removal from office of the complainant stands valid and is not vitiated by the intention expressed to pursue an appeal by way of filing a notice of appeal. It is further uncontested that the complainant appeared before the returning officer for nomination on the 7th June 2022 at 6:30 p.m., which the returning officer in his affidavit at paragraph 6 stated was outside the timelines as prescribed in Gazette Notice 432 of 20th January 2022, and therefore could not register the complainant as a candidate, and made the remarks on Statutory Form 16, which is the candidate's nomination paper, produced as AMN 4 therein. That the importance of observing timelines in election processes, including nominations, cannot be overstated, as was held in the case of Haron Mwadali, and we then reproduce it. We come now to our findings. Our analysis of the fact and law as presented leads us to the conclusion that the respondent acted within the law in declining to clear the complainant on account of him having been removed from public office and presenting himself for nomination outside the Gazetted Times. These are the final orders. In light of the foregoing, the committee opposed the decision of the returning officer in declining to nominate the complainant, and the complaint is hereby dismissed with no orders to costs. Yes, Mr. Ng'ang'a.
Yes, Chair members, we, pursuant to your determination this afternoon,
Yes, Mr. Ng'ang'a.
wish to make an application